it shouldn't fall down anymore. I actually got a little nail and nailed it into the door, since I hardly ever shut this door anyway on my yarn cabinet because it's up against the wall, so it's not really in my way. But this other one I have to close every time I go in and out. But I put a little nail in here instead of hanging it up on the little peg thingy for when it's supposed to keep it closed, but it doesn't. But anyway, now that that's fixed, welcome back to my craft room. Today is Friday, April 9th, and I'm so glad that you have come to join me. This is going to be a non-yarny video. I am going to share with you, once again, some non-yarny channels and some, I won't swivel, some non-yarny related movies that I think you guys might enjoy. And since it's Friday, what not a better day to have something new to watch, correct? Anyway, I will start with the movies. Now, these are, I would say, family friendly, especially for older children. I wouldn't recommend for younger children, but these are both Christian related movies. So if you're interested in watching those, I will definitely put the links to all three of the videos, or not videos, channels, well, the two videos and then the channel that I'm going to tell you about in the description box below. So the first movie that I want to tell you about that I've watched since the last time I shared movies with you guys, and what I'd like to do, just let you know where I'm coming up with these. I think I'm going to stop doing the movie and stitch just because of time restraints, and I don't know. It just, I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with it. But anyway, I am going to try and, because YouTube keeps suggesting these, which is fine as long as they're good, wholesome movies, I don't mind. But YouTube will suggest movies, I think they look good, and I'll go watch them. So I'm going to share them with you guys like a couple of weeks or a couple of months, something like that. But anyway, the first one that I watched is called Allison's Choice. And this is about a young girl. She's a teenager. I'd say, I don't know if they gave an age, but I'm going to probably say 16, 17, 18 maybe, something like that. But she ends up pregnant, and the boyfriend situation is not all that great, and he's pushing for her to go get an abortion. So the gist of the movie, or most of the movie, takes place while she is waiting in line at the abortion clinic. And as she puts it at first, the creepy janitor keeps staring at her and talking to her, and she complains to the receptionist about the janitor, and the receptionist is like, I don't know who you're talking about because our janitor is not even here. So, I mean, she's confused about this. And just there are other individuals that appear either when she goes outside to get some fresh air while she's waiting her turn, or that just happen to show up in the reception room or the waiting room while she's in there, that she talks with and has conversations with that nobody else sees, or they know about the person but they didn't see the person when they were there, you know, things like that. But it was a really good movie. Make sure you have tissues available. You may or may not need them, but make sure you do have tissues available because it is a really good movie, and I think it portrays the message very well. You know, with the decision, trying to make the right decision, whether to terminate your pregnancy or to, you know, have the child, even though you feel it's going to mess up the rest of your life because you're young and you want to, you know, live your life and be able to do the fun things that most teenagers get to do. I think it's a really good movie. And if I ever know of anyone in that situation, I will definitely point them towards the video. So there's the first one. It's called Allison's Choice. And like I said, the video link will be down in the description box for you. The second one that I watched was called The Cokeville Miracle. That's Cokeville as in the soda. Cokeville, not Cookville like I keep thinking. But The Cokeville Miracle. And it is actually based on actual events that happened in Cokeville, Wyoming. And I want to say it was like 1986, something like that. But what this movie is about is an attempt to blow up an elementary school by two individuals. And one of the little boys that is in the school, his dad happens to be the county sheriff. And I mean, this is, like I said, another Christian-based movie. His dad is actually a county sheriff, and he just can't go with, you know, nobody got hurt. His is, there has to be a reason. There has to be, you know, I need to have proof. I need to know why these things didn't happen the way things normally happen. So after talking to his little boy, and he actually spoke with several other children that had been involved in that, and just the different things that happened in the days previous to this event at the school, and things that the children said they seen, and things that, you know, took place in this room during this whole thing, just totally will blow your mind. You know, I believe in miracles, but watching this movie just reconfirms, you know, the fact that God is with us. God will take care of you. You know, whether you realize it or not, God is taking care of you all the time. And sometimes He takes care of you in ways that you might not understand. But most of these kids were seeing, like the little boy that his dad was a sheriff, seen a grandma. It was either grandma or great grandma. I can't remember. I think it was grandma. But he's seen the grandma, and she directed him to do certain things. And they're like, but she's dead. And another little girl, I believe it was her aunt that had passed away, helped her get out of the school after the explosion, and then just disappeared. And another cool thing that happened was they had unplanned random fire drills several days before the event, which, you know, the fire alarms were going off for no reason at all. The school had not planned to do this. There was no reason for the fire alarms to go off. But because that had happened, the students were, you know, familiar with how to get out and what to do in certain situations like fire or whatever. But it is absolutely amazing. You might need your tissues for this one. I didn't. I almost needed them for the last one. But I didn't need them for this one, but you might need them for this one as well. So make sure you have them handy. Again, it's called the Cokeville Miracle. And by the way, I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it really truly was a miracle. And make sure you watch this one completely to the end of the video. Don't stop when they start rolling the credits, because during the credits, they actually interview some of the students who are now adults and married and have their own kids at the end of the video. So make sure you watch this one all the way through. So again, this was called the Cokeville Miracle. And I will put it down in the description box as well. Now, for my latest channel that I just can't stop watching, once again, YouTube suggested this, and I thought it looked cool, so I went to check it out. And I have been watching it pretty much every day for the last couple days. So this channel is actually, I guess you could put it in the Yarny category. It is definitely a fiber channel, but not in the terms as this. This lady raises sheep. See what I'm getting at? But anyway, the name of the channel is Sandy Brock. Like I said, I will put a link down in the description. But I haven't like binged and watched all of her videos. I've just been watching like the last couple weeks because I found out she's from Canada. And I think she said Ontario, Canada. But anyway, she's in Canada, and they raise sheep, and they just finished up with lambing season. So they've been lambing for 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. I don't know. Like I said, I just started watching her channel. But I think the video that I watched, one of the last videos that I watched, not the last one, the one before that, she was going through, and the title of the video is like, you know, Holy Batman something. But anyway, they had 35 sets of triplets. Yes, 35 sets of triplet lambs born on their farm. I was like, whoa. And there were several sets of twins and, you know, several singles. And watching her, she shows everything. She had to assist one of her ewes in having, she had twins, but in having the baby, because she said she's been straining and pushing, but nothing's happening. So I was like talking to Steve. He took agriculture. He worked for farmers and stuff. So this is like nothing to him. But I was like, man, she's putting on the rubber gloves and the plastic sleeves, and that poor sheep. I feel sorry for the sheep, but she had to assist her ewe, and the problem the ewe was having was it was trying to deliver 2 sets of legs at the same time. I'm guessing from both of the babies, 2 legs from each baby. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, you don't see the gore of that, thankfully, except for when the baby comes out. She, you know, cleans its face off and moves it over in front of the mama. But I'm like, ew, that's gross, that's gross. But when you farm, that's things that you have to do. It's their lifestyle. That's what they do. And I understand that completely. Thankfully, that's not what I do. But anyway, those babies are so absolutely cute and adorable. And I do hope to watch some of her earlier videos to become more acquainted with her channel, because I do find it quite fascinating since she is raising fiber. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you are able to check out those 2 movies and this channel, and I hope you enjoy them as much as I have. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, and check back with me. Probably won't do Saturday and Sunday, but anyway, check back with me, say Monday or Tuesday. I'll be right back here in the craft room for my next video.